Hello everyone, it's me Clayton. I just finished watching Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul, starring Sterling K. Brown and Regina Hall. Now, when it comes to satires of organized religion, there are some that feel like they can take a bunch of cheap shots rather than saying anything meaningful about organized religion and the people who happen to own big mega churches. But this one happens to actually have an interesting spin on it, taking a look at a megachurch that had a huge scandal and actually managing to comment on these people for the kind of people they are. Even if the ending does feel pretty anticlimactic. Let's get to the story, shall we? The story follows Regina Hall and Sterling K. Brown as they are a couple who runs this big mega church in Atlanta, Georgia. But when a big scandal hits, the couple has to shut down the church and they plan to reopen it on Easter Sunday. And they even hire a film crew to document what's supposedly their big comeback. But with a rival church that's gaining all the followers that they lost, and with some dark secrets being revealed with these people, it seems that they are not exactly the kind of people who should be redeemed in the first place. But that's all I'll say about the story. The story here actually happens to go to a lot of interesting places when it comes to Sterling K. Brown and Regina Hall's characters. Happening to point out exactly what people like that can be behind the scenes, and how the people that a community can look up to may not always be worth looking up to. And people who end up being caught in scandals can end up going out of them without changing a single bit, and their attempts to supposedly redeem themselves will probably fall flat if they haven't actually learned anything from the experience. A lot of that works mainly because Sterling K. Brown and Regina Hall give out really good performances. You really do believe them as a couple, and you really do believe them when it comes to both their supposedly virtuous facades and when their real stress and anger comes out. That's also because the supporting cast has a lot of great performances too. I'd say that it's part of what helps the overall message and the overall theme of the film to work out pretty well. And at 1 hour and 42 minutes, it does feel like while there are a couple of scenes that could have been cut, the majority of them do stick the landing. And I do ultimately believe that it shows some hypocrisies of the church, as well as some insights into the people who are affected in a negative light by the church who naturally won't be coming back, and who might try to find different people to look up to or to be saved in an emotional sense by the community. Unfortunately, the film doesn't really have a strong ending to stick every single one of its points into. While it certainly has a lot to say about organized religion, it doesn't really have a proper ending. It just kind of stops at a certain point. And I think a stronger ending would have really hit it home and made it a real recommendation when it comes to satires of this nature. But for what it is, I do think that it is a solid film that feels very relevant today, especially when it comes to organized religion and the people within it proving to not be very trustworthy. That's why I'm going to give this film a 7.5 out of 10. See you next time.